All right, so this is going to be a video going over our lesson of determining the volume of pyramids and prisms. Now, what we learned is, what we went over was determining the volume of rectangular pyramids and prisms, and then we looked at triangular pyramids and prisms. So I'm going to do an example of each one. So this problem right here says the base of the rectangular pyramid is 13 inches long and 12 inches wide. The height of the pyramid is 8 inches. What is the volume of the pyramid? So the first thing that you want to do is you need to determine what type of shape we're going to be working with. And if you look here, it says a rectangular pyramid. Whoops, rectangular pyramid. So I am going to look at my formulas for pyramid, and that is volume equals big B times height divided by 3. Okay. Now, since this one doesn't have a picture, I'm pretty visual, so I'm going to do the best that I can to draw it. And even though it probably won't look very well, I just like to see it. So this is the best that I can do. So it says that the base is 13 inches long and 12 inches wide. And then the height, which is from the top of the pyramid to the middle of the bottom, is 8. Okay? So now that I see all my dimensions, I'm ready to start figuring out my volume. But first I have to look at this big B. Now remember that big B means area of the base. It's not base, it's area of the base. So you need to look at the base of our 3D shape, which is right here. And even though mine isn't perfect, it is a rectangle. Okay? And since this is a rectangle, we're going to use the formula to figure out area of a rectangle to determine big B. Because big B equals area of the base. And this base is a rectangle, which is base times height. Okay? So my base is 13, and my height is 12. Okay? So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to stack them. That way I can multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. I'm done with the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, and 1 times 1 is 1. So now I'm just going to add these together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 1 is 56. So since the area of this shape at the bottom, or my base, is 156, big B equals 156. Okay? So now that I have big B, I can go ahead and I can plug it into this formula. So I have big B, which is 156, times h, which is my height, and divided by 3. And now you just want to follow order of operations and simplify. So I have 156 times 8. 156 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is 44. And 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So I have 1248. And don't forget to carry down each step of our formula every single time that you simplify something. Okay? So I'm going to move this up a little bit. And I have 1248 divided by 3. So I'm going to top in, bottom out. Okay? 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. Bring down the 4. 3 goes into 4 once. 3 times 1 is 3. Bring down the 8. 3 goes into 18 evenly 6 times. So that means that my volume is 416 cubic inches. Okay. Now let's look at a different problem, but this time we're going to look at a volume of a triangular pyramid, a prism. Our triangular prisms look kind of like this. Okay, it's kind of like a 3D triangle, but it's got two bases. Okay, the volume is 75 and the base area is 15. Okay, so in this problem we need to analyze what information is given to us. Well, we've already got the volume and they gave us the base area, which is big B. So since this is a prism, you want to look to see which formula we use, which is V equals big B times H. So since we already have volume in big B, let's just go ahead and plug this in. Volume is 75. Big B is 15. And then we're trying to solve for H because that's what we're missing. Okay? Whenever you see a problem like this, you need to treat H or whatever you're looking for as your X, because this is the unknown. This is what we're solving for. Okay? I know a lot of you see this and you kind of get confused, but if you saw 75 equals 15x, I think that y'all would know what to do. Okay? So just treat this as your X. So we need to get H by itself. We're going to divide by 15. That cancels itself out. Since we divided over here, we also have to divide over here. Okay? So now we have H equals 75 divided by 15, and we're just going to top in, bottom out. So 75 divided by 15. 15 does not go into 7 equally. So let's see. So 15 times, let's do 5. 5 times 5 is, whoops, excuse me, 25. And 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So that means that our height is 5, and let's say we were working with feet. Okay? And that is some examples of using volume or finding volume with pyramids and prism. I hope that helps.